Hey guys, so today I am in the greenhouse. We are finally open more hours. So I kind of wrapped school up. So today's Monday and we're open 10 to 4. And so what I've been doing, I've had 6 customers and what time is it? It's 11:15, so I've been open an hour and 15 minutes and I've got 6 customers, so that's pretty good. I have pinched a lot of dead blooms off the plants, and I've got Grandma's 4-wheeler. I borrow her 4-wheeler so I can go to the garden, and if I see a customer drive up, I can get here quickly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go work in the garden. Just because it's a lot hotter in the greenhouse. It's pretty miserable, at least for me. I think it's like 73 outside, but yesterday it got to like 85 and it was like 95 in here. So today it's supposed to get to like 80 again, so it's gonna be miserable the longer I'm in here. So I'm going to take advantage of the cool morning and go outside and work in the garden. And we finally got a rain last night, so weeds are popping up and I just need to cover it with cardboard and mulch. But the rain helped a lot. I know it made the weeds come up, but we had not got rain in like a month. And so the witch hazel and the comfrey I planted, or the lemon balm and the comfrey I planted yesterday are doing so good because I watered them and then they got rain last night. So that's good. But all those tomatoes and peppers I planted, for the tomatoes, something got into them. They dug them out and then they had moved the like cone that was wind blocking, like protecting the plant. They knocked that off and they the little plant was just laying out, roots uncovered. And then so that happened to 4 of the tomatoes and 3 out of 4 of the pepper plants. So I think it might have been because I put an egg in there and something was starving and they just went for food, and that egg was still in there, I guess. I have no idea. But that's kind of a little update on that. So I'm probably gonna put some plants in the spots where those didn't make it. So then something I need to work on is up potting this person's peppers. I'm gonna put them in a pot that big, but these are spicy peppers that were a custom order and they did not germinate well at all. So in the 2 rows, out of 16, only 5 came up. So 5 came up out of 16 seeds. So that's not good. Then my friend Jill, who's growing in here too, she has onions that she wants me to try and sell. She picked a little too many for the farmer's market on Saturday. She also has like radishes and mushrooms. So hopefully I can sell some of that. So I worked on the garden for 50 minutes and I just needed to come get a drink. I'm gonna have to fill that up. But anyway, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and fill my water up. I also need to, so this is how I keep track of who buys what, and if it was mine or Jill's. So I need to separate it out so that it's easier to figure out later. But I think I'll do that in the shade after my little drink break. And then I'm gonna edit a YouTube video during that time too. As I'm walking to the house, I remembered I need to water my nasturtium because I haven't watered that in a week or two. So now I'm just gonna take a break on the swing. I refilled my water, got a juice from Grandma, and I have a oatmeal breakfast muffin. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in to watch another video. I appreciate it so much. Hey guys, thanks for popping in for another video. I appreciate you guys stopping by to watch my videos. It helps me so much, and it is very encouraging. So this video, we are working in the garden and just very busy, and I'm showing you a little bit from each day this week. So this is what everything looks like. This is the cardboard I've added, and I did put some wood chips in case a little wind came through, but it hasn't. The strawberries are planted there. A few of them didn't make it. I want to say like 4 or 6. Eventually I do want to get in between these rows. Either, I know they're a little skinnier, so I might just do mulch instead of cardboard and mulch, but I wanted the cardboard and mulch in between the on both sides of the strawberries, just since they're a perennial. They come back every year. But it is getting blazing hot, so I'm going to try and lay some more wood chips. So I finished getting the first dumps on just to hold the cardboard down until I get more mulch. My mulch pile, well, half of it is Grandma's like manure compost, and I really don't want that on top because weeds will grow in that, but that will be good for next year around the perennials, because the second year I don't want to put cardboard around the perennials, just manure-y wood chips. But this year I'm going to be gone at camp, so I can't pull little weeds, and little weeds turn into huge weeds. Obviously, if I put cardboard and compost on top of where all those baby grass weeds are growing, it would help, but the cardboard with the just wood chips is going to prevent those weeds from growing. The compost on top of the cardboard would somehow like get seeds from the wind, and so it wouldn't be as bad, but it still wouldn't be as good as this. So that's the plan. I think I'm probably going to be done with this for today, because I need to get another load of wood chips up here. Yeah, maybe I might get to plant the tomatoes that were taken out by the critters. If I plant where they are gone, I might do that. Eventually I want to put at least wood chips in between the smaller row walkways, because I don't think cardboard would fit. And it's also hard to tell because these rows are seeds, and so I don't want to accidentally cover them up. Even though I know I have a general idea of where they are. Then when I get more wood chips, I'm also going to put some more around my pear trees. My pear trees are doing really good. I'll have to show you those in a minute. But here are some of the strawberries. They're just thriving. This is one of the sadder strawberries. the leaves got crispy. I hope that's not from spray. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strawberries look dead. Then we have the 2, oops, sorry, I'm not showing you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strawberries look dead. 2 look crispy on the edge. And then there's quite a few I can't even find. But then we have 1 healthy one, 1 not healthy. And then these ones are pretty consistent. The ones that were bare roots and new, they did pretty good. And they will vine out, or they'll have runners, so they'll get bigger. But if I need to, I can add a few in next year. Sure is hot today. But here's my pear tree. Here's the other one. And then next spring, I will trim these bottom shoots out because I want them to focus on getting tall and bushy rather than them having branches below 3 feet. Then over here along Grandpa's shed, I have the 2 daylilies, the witch hazel, and then a lot of space because I have lemon balm and comfrey. Both of those spread tremendously. Then I have all this space. So the comfrey will grow a lot, so I'm going to need at least to there. Then I might do my spice bush. And then I'll still have at least 10 feet. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I could always do daylilies, but I'm kind of wanting to make that into more of a medicinal area. Because the 2 daylilies on the end are not medicinal, but I have the witch hazel, the comfrey, and the lemon balm. Those are all edible and medicinal. Well, at least I think the witch hazel is. Well, it's medicinal because you can make like creams and stuff with it. So I might try coneflower over here. I don't know if it'll survive because it's pretty dry. I think I'm going to water my comfrey and lemon balm because I just planted that yesterday and it is looking crispy out here. The sun is scorching. I'm basically melting. But let's go look at Grandma's raised beds. They're actually Grandpa's raised beds, but Grandma's planting them. The cauliflower that was looking sickly is doing fabulous. We have lettuce, spinach, beets. Grandpa's been eating these as beet greens. But as long as you don't take away all their greens, they'll still produce a beet. I think the cows agree with me that it's hot outside. They're under the lean-to in the shade. So I just put Grandma's 4-wheeler away. I think I'm done working for the day as it is pretty toasty out. I haven't had a huge amount of customers, but I've had like maybe 8. I think it was 8 or 9. A few people only bought one little $3 plant, which is fine. But right now, what I'm thinking about doing is planting impatiens in here. So it's not super wet from the rain last night, so I think it'll be good. That way they won't dry out and die right when I plant them, so they can get established. So I think that's what I'll do. And then I'm going to sit down in the shade and order some stuff, plan out next year some more, because my broker and the companies I go through, they are already selling out of some crops for 2024. Yikes! So I've already made 2 orders, but I think I'm gonna need like 5 total, so we'll see, guys. So today I am in the garden, and it just rained like an inch last night, and it's been raining off and on today. But as you can see, there are weeds growing, and so what we are doing is laying cardboard and mulch down the rows, and then eventually we'll put mulch around the plant, or probably just weed around them, because the wood chips do steal nitrogen from the soil, which most plants need nitrogen to produce vegetables and produce. So I probably won't go around each plant, but I might use something else. I'm not sure, but some of my sunflowers are ginormous. I'll have to show them to you. But right now what I'm doing is harvesting dandelion root, because it is super good for you, has lots of vitamins and benefits for you. If you infuse the root in like anything really, but I'm gonna try it with tea first and then sweeten it with honey, because the dandelion root is bitter. But let me show you. Dandelions I know haven't been sprayed. They just look not very established, because they came up in a garden where they weren't supposed to come up. But they don't have established roots, so I'm probably gonna find one that's healthy and established. And over here is a spray and chemical free area, so that is where I want to find an established dandelion. But that is the little roots of a dandelion. There's a bigger one on the corner, but I don't think it'll have big enough roots. Nope. So I might not be able to find one today. Here's a big healthy one in the compost and wood chips. So that's more what I'm looking for. So I might try it with this. It's not the biggest one. But yeah, I'll probably do this one with it. So this is what it's looking like. I've cardboard this much. I put 1 bucket down, and my Aunt Wendy's helping me put the mulch in the buckets to carry over here. But so this post indicates I have zinnias, and so does this one. So here's some of the zinnias, and then a cluster of them. And I do have some in the greenhouse that I will put in the holes where they didn't come up. There's some. There's a big cluster with the morning glory in it, or whatever that is. More. Yeah, they just go all the way down. And tomatoes are doing pretty good, except for the few at the end that the critters are getting into. So I will put new ones where those were taken out. Marigold is doing okay. I pruned it today, so hopefully that will help it grow bushy. This is my sunflower. Beautiful. These are not sunflowers, they're weeds. A sunflower. 2 more sunflowers. See, the weeds grew pretty fast too, because we got 2 really good rains after being so dry. Another sunflower, one just coming up. I really shouldn't walk on this any further, because it'll pack down the soil around the plants. But there is one big one down there. And one in the second row over there. And where all those cans are, I need to replant the tomatoes. But I need to wait until it's dry to walk. So what I'm doing today is just working on a pathway, and I'm about to close up the greenhouse, so I'll probably just cover this with wood chips and be done, and then finish the rest of this row tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll hopefully add more wood chips to that other aisle I started the other day. I checked on everything. The trees were looking sad yesterday. They needed to be watered, but it rained last night, so I didn't. And they are looking much better. But then over here, my comfrey and my lemon balm have successfully rooted in and are watered in. They got both the rains as well as my, what is this? Spice bush? I have no idea what that plant is good for, but my friend gave it to me. And then the witch hazel looks about the same, but it's not looking bad, so I know it's rooting in. Pulled some vineweed out of here because that can go under the cardboard and it's horrible, as well as this weird weed that looks like a geranium. That stuff is even worse than any weed I've ever seen because the roots are freaking hard to get out. But they probably, who knows, they're probably good for you, but I really don't like them. But all the pear trees are doing so good, and like I said in a previous video, next spring I will trim the shoots off the edge, or off the bottom half, because I don't want a bushy tree so much that I can't go under it and pick from it. So that's what I'm going to do next spring. This is their first summer, so they're not even a year old. But that's the plan for that. Grandma's brassicas are looking so good, and I love how she planted the peppers next to them, because these will produce once and then we'll pull them out, and then those will take over, and she'll probably add some more stuff. Then she put some eggplant next to them. And then these beets that Jill started in cells are doing fabulous. The soil on this is super good. Spinach and lettuce, Grandma's already harvested at least 4 times, and it's amazing. And she's also been harvesting beet greens because Grandpa eats those. How much do you love beets? Do you love them so much? Yeah. How much do you love lettuce? Oh, that much? Yeah. How much do you like cauliflower? No, so since the wood chips rob nitrogen from the soil, what I'll do next year is where the rows of plants are this year, like for example this tomato row, I will put a mound of composting manure on top, and that way the wood chips won't be in that mound. And then next year I will not put cardboard down, I'll just hoe all the weeds out. So like I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mounds. And let me get the dimensions of how many feet they are. I've estimated my feet is about an actual foot. Not sure how accurate that is, but 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 42 feet long. And I have 7 rows, but one is the strawberries, which have grass growing around them, but I can't pull them until it's dry, because if I do it now, it'll be a waste of time. I'll get extra muddy, and the weeds will grow back. So, but then I also have these brassicas. Oh, looks like that cardboard choked one out. Oh, I hope it comes back. That one got smashed. It looks like it will. Anyway, that and these will be done soon, and Dad mows back here but around the lagoon, so I'm not worrying about those weeds because these are early plant, and really I'm worried about the weeds that are around the things that will need the most care while I'm gone. So I'll still get broccoli and stuff this year. Anyway, it looks like only one of my peppers survived, but I'm not going to go over there. Maybe tomorrow or whenever it's dry, I'll harvest dandelion from over there. Looks like there's some big ones. Oh, so what I was saying is there's 7 rows. But this one is strawberry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows that I'll have for garden space next year when I'm doing hardcore gardening like I want to for the rest of my life. Because this year I'm going to camp, so I can't do that this year. But it'll have a deep plan into it. And each row will be as full as I can make them. Might be like, so for onions you can plant 2 to 4 next to each other. Instead of what people think are fine, they just do one solid row. But I'm going to do like 2 or 3 or 4 onions next to each other all the way down, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get the best use out of this next year. This year I'm just like trying to maintain the weeds, and I won't need as much produce because I won't be preserving it, So, because I'll be gone. But the tomatoes are a late one, and I'll be back in time to preserve those. Thanks for watching. Stay around for the next video.